Council, with our items completed this evening and at the hour of 11 minutes after 12, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, if you
Oh,
can we do council or
I'm
manager
sorry.
updates, please?
Look at me, just rushing to get through.
And normally I'm not that eager to, share, but we do have some information we want to share this evening. If that's
Mr.
okay.
Verbrugge, I
Thank you, Mr.
apologize.
Mayor and
Council
members.
and policy update, which is item 9.4.
Thank you. So I know that council has been following closely the issue of the several hotels in the community that are offering shelter and assistance for homeless persons. And we've been working with Hennepin County on this issue for several months now. Hennepin County has 2 facilities that they have contracted with during the pandemic to provide shelter. And they are trying to identify some longer-term solutions and will be taking up action this week at their board meeting. They are interested in moving forward with the purchase of an extended stay here in Bloomington for a longer-term solution. So I just wanted to share with the council what we know right now and with the community what we know right now, and our commitment to make sure that everybody's informed as we move forward. Hennepin County is pursuing the purchase of the extended stay hotel at American and Lyndale in Bloomington. Their intention is to move some people staying in the Holiday Inns that they're currently contracting with into that location for longer-term housing needs. The people who are currently being housed and who would be potentially relocated into that facility are medically fragile. They have pre-existing conditions that put them at high risk for COVID, or they're elderly. The county will need to go through city approvals to comply with local laws and policies, and the county has committed to this as part of their purchase of the property. The county is using CARES Act dollars for the purchase. That's the federal funding that is intended to assist with expenses related to the pandemic for governmental entities. Hennepin County is committed to no further expansion of their shelter use in Bloomington, and they will try to consolidate their shelter operations into one location by June of next year. Like I said, as staff has more information, we will continue to provide that to the council and the community at upcoming meetings. But we wanted to make sure that the council and the community was aware of this, as the county board has it on their agenda, I believe, for Wednesday of this week, possibly tomorrow.
Council, any questions regarding this? I would just ask that, given the late hour and the amount of information that we have here, that we make sure that we utilize our communications tools and avenues to get this word out and to explain this, and to I don't know if Hennepin County has a FAQ page or a more information page, but to direct people to that as much as possible as well.
We'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember, I think I saw Councilmember Coulter's hand up early. Councilmember Below, is this specifically to this issue, or Councilmember Coulter, is this specifically to this issue?
It is for me.
Okay, let's go with Councilmember Below, then we'll get to Councilmember Coulter.
So, Mr. Manager, previously the Hennepin County had indicated that they would cease operations in Bloomington Holiday Inns by the end of this year. Now I understood you to say that it's June of 2021. So there's an alteration of their previous commitment. Is my understanding that correctly?
Mr. Mayor and council members, Councilmember Beloga, we are trying to help them make sure that end of the year commitment can be reached, and that's the objective. And we're still working towards that. So while we have that June identified as sort of the outer date, the best case scenario is that it happens sooner than that. We're going to keep working with Hennepin County to try to achieve that.
Then I would ask that for a future study session in the near term, that we look at the land use implications of continuing to use hotels as as they are being used now by both Hennepin County and other institutions.
And I would agree with you, Councilmember Beloga, and I would also add that as Hennepin County moves forward with this particular purchase, that I know you mentioned it, Mr. Verbrugge, but I want to make sure that the city is involved very explicitly in terms of requirements and details as to how the operations will take place and what the expectations are then in terms of how it all works.
Mr. Mayor and council members, to reiterate, the Hennepin County has committed to going through the city approval process.
Very good. Thank you. Any other questions on that specific